Hello YouTube, this is Don from DaretoBeCreative, and I am here with just an update on the Diamond Dot 5D Diamond Dot painting that was gifted to me by Victoriasmoon to do a review. This is the actual image right here, which is a steps, doorway, and a red umbrella. And somebody asked me about pulling it back. You're not going to be able to see it, and I don't like to mess up my glue. So you want to keep it sticky, so you don't want to take it all off. But anyway, that's what it is. These are the codes, the 25 packs of beads, the drills, excuse me, that you get. They come in different colors. These are the square, can't talk, drills. And I'm going to work on number 13, which number 13, if you look up here, is an arrow, that red arrow, and that corresponds to the umbrella. This is the tool that you use to pick it up. You can use this end to pick up one. You can use this end to pick up multiple. This is the tray that you pour them in. And this is the wax that you're here with. So I'm just going to do like I normally do. I've already done most of this. Got a couple little different ones to fill in. But I'm just going to do a big area for just for a few minutes so you can kind of see what it's like to do. Very easy. As long as you have lighting and vision, I think is probably the biggest piece. You know, your arm may get tired or sore or whatever, but if you do it too long, it's in any repetitive motion. So if you do have any issues with that, you might want to take a break in between. But it's just like when you were a kid, when you did, you know, paint by numbers. But I think this is one of the different types of art that you don't have to be artistic with. So I'm going to start out doing a few drills with the single end just so you can kind of see how that is and how that process is. And of course when I finally finish this video, I will come back, this project, I'll come back and show it to you. Now I must say, this is my first time working with square drills. I'm usually used to working with the round, so it's an adjustment to make sure I get my drills in the right spot, but easy to do. So I just picked it up with that wax, and then I just go find the one to match. There's a wood angle and just stick it down, just like that. Now everybody has their own little way as to how they want to shape out what they're doing. A light box is definitely preferred if you're in a dark area, you're doing it in the evening time. So there's more than one design in here around the with arrows, so I'm going to just kind of create my little box, and then the other one I come back with that. Whoops, the other one. So good example. I just push that over a little bit too far. The tweezers that comes with the kit. Pick it up and move it. First, easy. It's kind of sticky like fly paper is what I kind of think of it as. I do prefer doing the single. You can use multiple, and I will show you how to do that in just a second. But it's one of those things that you just kind of zone out and just do. Yes, it's time consuming in the sense that it takes a while to get it done, but it's so worth it when you get it done. It's a sense of accomplishment. It's pretty. You can frame it, you know, mat it, and you got instant artwork, and relatively inexpensive, you know, because you put it in there, you did the work, and you didn't have to pay somebody else to design it. So that's pretty cool. So Victoriasmoon was, like I said, sent this to me. They got it to me quick. Everything came just like they promised. Everything was in the kit, all of the colors, all of the bag of drills. So this kit says it has 25 different drill sets and with corresponding drills, all 25 with there. The other thing that you kind of look for is what they call junk, meaning that when you open the bag, it's a whole bunch of other mixed stuff. Sometimes other companies, you will have different colors in there in the bag, so you want to look for that. You want to look for also if the drill bits are the right shape. So even though they're cut in squares, you know, you might get drills that are miscut, not cut clearly. So, but looking at the quality, I don't have any concern about these. These seem to be all cut like in squares, so that's good. That makes it easier to adhere down, just like you see me doing, just plopping them down. And so, you know, I just, when I get a chance to sneak in a few minutes, I just go sneak in a few minutes, whether it's doing, you know, it could be lunchtime or whatever. Been doing a little bit of traveling, so I haven't had as much. The other thing that I like to look for is static. I haven't had any static. What that means is when you open the bag up, the drills are all over top of each other. Have a hard time getting them separated. Haven't had a problem with that. They shake right out the bag, and that's what I do to get them to turn over. Just shake it a little bit, and the little grooves inside of this tray help them stay in the right direction. So I'm going to show you how to use the other end of the brush as well. Now you would only use this end is if you have multiple in one row, like of the same color, because this only can go basically in one direction. So what I would do, whoops, so what I'm going to do, and hopefully I'm still in frame, is I'm going to get my wax. And this wax, even though it doesn't like us a lot, it lasts. I've never had a project that I've done with any brand and the wax not last. So it doesn't look like a lot of wax to do it, but it is. So you stick it in there. So it's kind of like if you had braces before. That's exactly what it feels like to me, the dental wax that I had. I had braces a few years ago. That's exactly, not a few years ago, I guess a decade ago. But anyway, so you want to get a line, multiple in a line, and you want to be able to put it, so let's say I've got maybe, how many up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, let's see. So how many you can fit up there, and then you just go somewhere there's a straight line with the same thing, and you just set them down like that. So, and you need to check it, because like I did just a slight bit off. So then I just, if you need to, move them over a little bit. They weren't too bad off. So that's how you do it, you know, if you want to do multiple at one time. It's 3. You just set those 3 down. So that can make things go faster when you have an area that is all pretty much the same sign. You can do that. So there's 3 more. Boom. There we go. Right there. So that's how you want, if you want to use this tip. Again, I do like the, I don't know why I like the one at a time. Oops. Which is more time consuming. And this is just a grip, you know, just like when you had a pencil grip. Prevent calluses. Although I've done it without it, and it's, you know, it's still fine. So if it comes off, you're still good, but it's nice that they give you that. I put washi around the edges so that, because there's a little bit of sticky gum, which comes pretty much with all the different brands around the edges that I've seen. Everyone had that. And just to prevent my hand, or like, because I use my robe, I have my robe on a lot, and I got fur on my sleeves, so prevent any of that getting into my glue sections, I always put washi down. Now, some people cut theirs in quadrants and go by quadrants. I tend to paint by color. So I pick a bag, and then I kind of use it till I'm tired of using this, until I get as much in whatever section that I pull back, and then I finish it. So like right now, I still have a couple sections of colors that I haven't used that I need to go back and fill in. So that's kind of how I work. But you got to use your own thing. Some people work on a section, and if they need 6 colors in that section, they do all 6. So eventually I do the same thing, but I just started like with this. I just pulled out the black and did as much black as I could till I got tired, till my tray was unfolded, and then I went back to another color. So you'll learn your style. But I think this is a fun art. Like I said, this one you don't have to be super crafty. The price was very reasonable. The shipping time was great, so I want you to definitely check out Victoriasmoon. I have a link below for a discount code, and I will come back eventually once this is done. But I just wanted to give you a little update, show you where I was at and what I was doing. And hopefully you will check them out. They have the paint by number kits as well, which is pretty cool too. I'm sure most of us did that at least sometime in our childhood, maybe. So anyway, this is going to be an umbrella. I do have to get ready to go get my car serviced, though. I am going to get off of this, but I just want to make a quick video so you can kind of see what it looks like and what I do when I'm doing my drill bits. And like I said, I usually pretty much do mine one-on-one until I get most of this tray done, and then if I have time, I fill the tray back up with the rest of the same color and do some more. But since I need to get out of here and go get my car done, I am going to probably not finish this all up, then I'm going to work after that. But you can kind of see it taking shape, this umbrella. So next time you see me do this, I will have at least the bottom half already done. So anyway, thanks you guys for liking, watching, and subscribing, and check out Victoriasmoon. I will have their link for everything below. Alright, take care, God bless, and I dare you to be creative.